Hold up, I'm breaking ankles like some old tops. My rhyme steady going. Please don't ask me if the flow stop. Deep in the pocket like the roof on a drop top. 101 Dalmatians, the way your boy drop dots. Man, hold up, I got you diving when I'm juking. The clips so sick like the smell from when you're pooping. Man, get down and click the sub button and hit the bell, cause I got a lot more of it. Yeah, who's mains? Terrence House head, who's mains? Batman, Bruce Wayne.
What's good, what's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy WhosManz. You already know what time it is. Getting into this week 3 preview, Steelers Browns. About to get into this. Before I do that though, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you never miss an upload. And like I said, we're gonna do this every week. We're doing a pregame and a postgame every week. It should be dope. I'm really enjoying doing this, but yeah, man, let's get into it. So we got the week 3 preview, Steelers Browns, Thursday night. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting game. Browns have Jacoby Brissett. The wide receiving core as a whole, I think, got a little worse, but they do have one of the best route runners in the entire NFL. But they do not have the dude who I'm not going to say at quarterback. They have Jacoby Brissett, who I think is better than what people say, but I mean, he is not, an elite quarterback by any means. I don't even think he's, I'd say he's around there with Baker. But yeah, I mean, as you've seen on the screen, we also have Mitch Trubisky, who, listen, some of y'all might not agree, but I don't think all the blame goes on him. I think it's kind of 50-50, our offensive coordinator and Mitch Trubisky. It's just, I think it's a combination of them both, where Mitch is taking some horrible sacks and he is also making some, bad reads. It seems like he's a one read and, go kind of guy instead of going through his progression tree. It seems like he just locks on the first read, and then just if it's not open, he doesn't know what to do. Couple of things to this game is I think that the Steelers are gonna have to definitely stop this run game. Chubb and Hunt have both been looking amazing this season. Chubb went for 141 the first game, and then he had 5.3 yards per carry the second game. He only had 87. But, he had 3 touchdowns. So, what more do you need from him on that base? And we got to slow down Amari Cooper. He had 9 catches for 109 yards, I believe. So we got to slow him down now that they don't have Juice and Odell. I think it'll be a little easier to focus more so on the run game. They still have Njoku, who is really good at tight end, but they don't have their second option at tight end. So I think it'll be a little bit easier to focus more on the run. I'm not going to say stop the run. I'm going to just say focus on the run. They still have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. And not much you can do against that. Offensively, we're going to have to get this run game going. And for once, I can say that our offensive line isn't blocking horribly. What it seems to be, after looking at all 22 footage, is a combination of, I think maybe Najee is getting a little cautious about things because of how the offensive line was in the past. But because last year he didn't seem to have this issue, but this year he is not hitting the hole. It doesn't seem like he trusts the offensive line, which he's going to have to trust the offensive line. You know what I mean? He's going to have to. Because a lot of these runs that he is making, he's making it a lot harder for himself. And granted, he is an amazing runner, but he needs to trust this offensive line and just hit the holes where it needs, and be a north and south runner instead of an east and west guy. He's 240, something like that. He's big. He makes people miss. He carries people. He needs to just be a north and south runner, and I think he'll be a lot better. Mitch Trubisky needs to play way better. Looking at the all 22, we have wide open receivers, and he just doesn't hit them. He seems to just lock onto the first read and then go from there. and he needs to, stop doing that. He hasn't even thrown over 200 yards passing this season yet. I mean, granted, it's 2 games, but still, I mean, that's kind of crazy. And also the play calling needs to be a little bit better for the Steelers. On these 3rd and longs, which is another point, these 3rd and longs, we cannot be throwing underneath. It's 3rd and long. Throw the ball at least close to the first down. Cannot be doing that. And then our O-line. Can our O-line keep up? So far, our offensive line has been playing pretty good. I mean, I'm not mad at it so far. We're blocking the run really well, and we're blocking the pass pretty well. I mean, it's not anything world beater like, but they're doing a lot better job than what they did last year. A lot better. So can we keep that up? Overall, I'm gonna give y'all my opinions on, because I'm gonna keep this video short. But overall, I think that a couple of things. I think we can win this game. I think it is winnable. It just depends on a few things. Our defense is playing really well. We do not have TJ Watt, so it's going to be tough to get to the quarterback, especially since this is one of the best offensive lines in the game, and stuff like that. So hopefully, we can get a decent pass rush going. Malik Reed needs to step up. Highsmith needs to step up. I mean, he had 1 QB hit, and it seemed like he was almost getting back there last game, but those almost need to turn into he's getting back there. And our defensive back and linebacker play has been really well, so I think if we can keep that up, it will be fine. So we need to keep that up, but offensively is where we need to pick this up. This game is on these 3 and outs and these turnovers. If we get the 3 and outs and the turnovers, we need to capitalize on those plays, because we have not been capitalizing on any of that so far. We've been letting the defense down, and when you do stuff like that, when you cannot go on these long drives after your defense makes a big stop or a 3 and out, it's going to tire them out, and then the end of the game gets just bad. And if you remember, near the end of the Patriots game is when they were able to pick up a lot of passing yards or running yards, and that's because our defense is gassed. Our defense is out there like 90% of the time, it seems like. So our offense needs to pick it up, and I think we'll be good, man. Now, do I think it's going to change overnight? No, but the Browns' defense seems to just not be as good as their offense. So I think that our offense has the potential to put something up against the Browns, do a lot better against the Browns. The Patriots are always very disciplined. I feel like the Patriots defense is actually pretty underrated now I'm thinking about it. Bill Belichick has always kind of had our number, but I think that this Browns-Steelers game is pretty crucial, but so we're just gonna go from there, man. Now I do think if Mitch plays poorly in this Browns game, I think that during the Jets is when Kenny should step in. We do have a short week this week, which means we have an extended week next week, so we'll have extra time to prepare Kenny for that game. And we are playing against the Jets, who Joe Flacco is playing. Now, Joe Flacco the Jets and Joe Flacco did beat the Browns last week, but I think the Jets are a perfect start for Kenny Pickett, because I'd rather see what Kenny has for the rest of the season. I know that the play calling won't change, so some of these things won't change, but Kenny Pickett seems to be a better in the pocket, and he seems to be better at reading the plays, and he seems to be a little bit more aggressive. So I think that's something we need. Overall, I think that we're going to lose this game 27-10, strictly because I don't see our offense just randomly picking it up and just doing what we need to do, especially on a short week. And I think our defense is still going to be maybe a little tired from that last game. Who knows? It's the beginning of the season, so they should still be fresh. But 27-10, I think, is what's going to happen. Honestly, I think if we can hold the Browns to 2 to 1 offensive touchdowns, and we can at least score on some of these 3 and outs and, you know, turnovers, I think we have a chance to win. But the way we're playing right now, I don't see it happening. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this. Let me know y'all's predictions, and I'll talk to you guys later, man.
Thank y'all for coming through to the video. It really means a lot. Go ahead, like I said earlier, if you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, because we uploading. We putting stuff up here every day. And also hit the like button. Tell me what y'all liked and disliked about the video. What your boy can improve on. We on Strive. We striving to get 400 subscribers this year. And I think we can do it. Also, we part of GITG. Let's give it to God Game, bro. He doing it all, so I'ma just let him do it. You know what I mean? Anyway, thank y'all for coming through, sliding through the video, showing your boy some love. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.